What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Thursday. Welcome to Thursday, the day after Christmas. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Doing a little different timing this time. We're at nighttime on the 26th. So I was pretty lazy today. Didn't get, we had so much stuff going on today. I'm sure you guys, a lot of y'all can relate. But if you have not hung out with me before, my name is Joe, just your average Joe. Hanging out in the garage, business as usual, raw and unedited. Been buying and selling on eBay since 2000. Been selling full time on eBay for the past 8-ish years. So welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you like the new ring light. If you've been with me before, but you haven't been with me lately, I just got a ring light, which I think works out pretty well. Pretty bright in here now. So we got some pretty good sales. I know the last video right before Christmas, it was dead. It was slow. It was not going well. I had 2 goose eggs last week, 2 days of goose eggs last week, which is expected, but things have picked up after Christmas. I will say that. Things have certainly picked up. Make sure my mic's on. Mic's on. Check. We had a total of, so when did I jumped on the 24th, I believe it was the 24th. So the 24th, so 2 days, 24th, 25th, 26th. So 2 days, probably 2.5 days now, because it is 10:45 at night on the 26th. So we'll call it 2.5-ish days. We did 14 sales for $1230.08. Crazy, right? Crazy. I'm happy. I'll just say that I'm a happy camper. Obviously that's before fees and shipping, but I can't complain. 15 sales for 1230.08. So we're going to go over sales. Hopefully your sales are going well. Hopefully your sales picked up. We had a couple big, 3 big sales that obviously help contribute to that total, which we'll get to shortly. So we did have 3 big sales that helped get us there. But yeah, pretty good. So hopefully your sales are doing well as well. Hopefully you've rebounded a little bit since the slowdown right before Christmas. It's anticipated the week or so before Christmas. Unless you're Amazon, you can get stuff out within a day or two. You're probably not going to get a ton of traffic on eBay. Within about 7 to 5 days before Christmas is usually when things start to kind of die out. And then I normally don't get much of a pickup until a couple days after Christmas, but man, people were shopping on Christmas Day. Like I was like, holy cow, I had like 6 sales on Christmas Day. And then I had a bunch of sales, several sales come in today. So, hopefully I'll take it. People get Christmas money, they're spending their Christmas money, or they didn't get the gifts they wanted, but they have got some extra cash now. To whatever the case is, things are going pretty well. So I can't complain. Hopefully again, your sales are going well and your sales have picked up as well. But let's go ahead and dive into comments first. Let's get into some comments. We don't have a ton of comments. We left off with the Dark 25 on the last comment, I believe, and we're really going to leave off with the Dark 25. Dark 25. Let me find your last comment, and that'll help me where we left off. We left off with, Justin says, thank you for sharing. Merry Christmas from Australia. Well, Merry Christmas. Hopefully all of y'all had a wonderful Christmas. Hopefully your Christmas was amazing. Hopefully all of y'all got everything you were looking for and everything that you wanted for Christmas. My Christmas was great. It's not really about me anymore. It's about the kids now more so than me. And my wife trying to give her some of the things that she has been planting seeds throughout the year, and or as we get closer to Christmas, planting some seeds and telling me what's like on an Amazon account, and I go shopping and get some of the things she's been wanting to get. So it's more about that at this point. Yeah. So, the kids had a ton of stuff. The kids were, it's ridiculous the amount of stuff the kids get. I'll just say that, like, man, it's just different times these days, man. These kids are spoiled rotten. It's just crazy how much stuff. But Christmas was good. My mother-in-law is in cancer remission. She just had a double mastectomy, so we actually had Christmas at her house. And just stay the night at her house because she's needing some care. My wife is actually there now. She's been there since the 22nd. I think she had the surgery the 21st or 21st. 20th, 21st. Anyway, she had surgery to have that done. She's in remission, which is great, but she also had that procedure done. And so she's needed some help and things like that for, about 2 weeks or so. She's needed help. So my wife has been staying over the night at her house. So me and the kids packed up the 24th, and with all the presents and everything that we had over here, my wife had already taken a bunch of stuff over there and was already had it, most of the stuff over there already. But we took the rest of the stuff the 24th, went over there, had Christmas Eve at my parents' house, which is 5 minutes from my in-law, my wife's mom's house. And so we did Christmas at my parents' house. Excuse me. And the kids got loaded with crazy amounts of stuff. And then Christmas Eve, we stayed the night at my in-law, my wife's mom's house, my mother-in-law's house. And then Christmas morning, we did our thing there. So sort of didn't quite feel like Christmas a little bit because we weren't at our house. I mean, it felt like Christmas, but it wasn't our normal Christmas routine being at our house. So my daughter kind of felt, and I kind of felt the same way, and even my wife, it didn't quite feel the same, which is okay. My mother-in-law needs support and help, and my wife is there to step up and help her out, along with her sister, which is taking over tomorrow. My wife's getting back to normal everyday life tomorrow, and my wife's sister is going to take over for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 days or something to continue helping my mother-in-law as she continues to progress and heal. And able to do more and more on her own. But anyway, so that's kind of just a little glimpse in what we had going on. Nothing crazy, but it was just a little different than normal. So that's what we had going on. But the kids absolutely had a wonderful Christmas, got a tons of stuff. So again, hopefully y'all's Christmas has been amazing. Hopefully you were able to get your kids almost everything, if not everything, that they were looking for Christmas. And it's a wonderful time of year. I love Christmas time. As you said, I got my little Christmas shirt on. I've been rocking Christmas shirts for the past few days. I love Christmas. But so Justin, yes, again, thank you for hanging out, and Merry Christmas to you down in Australia. Next one up is Easy Chaos. Sometimes I have to try to repair some of our vintage plastic parts. It can be tricky on 50-year-old plastic. That's probably a whole different ballgame there. I hate Facebook Marketplace. I have drove over an hour to meet up and buy a car, and they never showed up and replied to my message, or replied to my message. Selling is just bad. Hope you and your family have a safe and happy holiday. Well, thank you, Easy Chaos. Yeah, Marketplace is the Wild West, man, for sure. Like I said, probably 80-ish% of the time, not 85% of the time, things go pretty well for me and are pretty smooth and go okay, or go well. But that 20-ish%, 15-20%, either lack of communication, scammers, bots, just indecent people, lack of just talking and telling you what's going on, and or selling stuff out from under you, or trying to just scam you, or don't talk to you and don't communicate when you already made plans to meet, and next thing you know, they're like they ghost you. And so just the indecency, the Wild West, man, it's crazy on Marketplace for sure. Pibazor, been a while. Appreciate you hanging out, Pibazor. Hopefully you like the ring light. We're doing a little different here. You can see it in my eyes, a little ring light. I turned it to the like soft white instead of the bright white, the kind of like these lights up here, the bright white lights. I did the soft light. I felt like I was like pale in that other video. You could see better for sure, but I just felt like I was pale. I could probably move up here and step up a little closer, or bring that closer. But anyway, so Bibazor says, "Hey Joe, Sam here. I was wondering where the guy wasn't flowery. I could walk to where the shop is from where I live. I wouldn't want to take from your lead or anything. I'm interested in storage unit buyouts and building new connections. I know you said check him out, but I didn't know if that meant the network, to network, or to the shop his store." So I was talking about his store. My buddy Joey owns a card shop called the Sports Shack. It's in Buford, Georgia, which is like 10 minutes from Flowery Branch. But no, so that's what I was referring to in that video. Is just if you want to ever check out my buddy Joey at the Sports Shack, he's got all sorts of, if you're into cards, Pokemon, sports, football cards, baseball cards, Pokemon cards, I mean, whatever cards you are into, he probably has it. So anyway, but yeah, if anything dealing with that, if you're into that, check him out. But appreciate you hanging out again, and yeah, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Mark says, yeah, sales are super slow too right now. Yep, they certainly were, Mark. Hopefully, Mark, yours have picked up though. Hopefully yours have picked up. Let me know in the comments if yours, because mine have picked up a bit. So that hopefully yours have picked up as well. Next one is Yarina says, hey Joe, the sound of the mic was like a couple of minutes. Really? But it might have been what Phantom said, you getting a phone call. Weird. Hopefully it doesn't happen often. Keep me posted if it does. Love the ring light. Looks way better. Light up super well. Light up the area super well. Keep it up. Oh, and oh boy, that marketplace is mostly trash. Just because of what you just said, I call people indecency. I have like 10 items listed. They're all tools, and it's a circus. There's a lot of single persons who does not ask for lower prices. Not one. I treat it as a yard sale mostly because they all reach out wanting to pay cents on the things. I'll keep that in mind. I haven't gotten the labels. Thank you. You guys have an awesome Christmas as well. Well, you have awesome. I hope you had an awesome Christmas, Arena, as well. And yeah, Marketplace, it's yeah, super indecent folks on Marketplace. Can be. There's some good folks on there too. I try to stick to folks that have good feedback. At least you know you're gonna probably have a good experience. Excuse me. So let's see. Jesus says you are just the average Joe when it comes to reselling, but you are a magnificent father and great husband. Have a great Christmas. Cheers, average Joe. Well, Jesus, hey, I hope you had an amazing Christmas, Jesus. Thank you for the shout out and support as always. And you're an awesome, you're not so bad yourself, man. You're not so bad yourself hanging out, and I appreciate your encouraging words. Winston says, love the channel, Joe. Merry Christmas to you and your friends and your family. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well. Winston Wolf, same to you. You're an awesome individual. Thank you for hanging out and supporting your support as well. And hopefully your Christmas was amazing. Phantom says, Merry Christmas, Joe, and to everyone else in the chat, and the regulars that make us a community. That new ring light is A+. I enjoy seeing what's sold in full light now. Professional upgrade. Thanks for the label tips. Absolutely, Phantom. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your support. And hopefully you had an amazing Christmas. And I love the community, man. I love to see a lot of y'all regulars commenting and chiming in. I love it. And then the Dark 25, another one of our regulars. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all. The ring light is a good upgrade for the videos. It looks a lot better. Thanks for all the tips, Joe, and knowledge nuggets you've given us. I'm glad I found your page and really enjoy the content, man. You know, man, you know, y'all are making me give me some warm and fuzzies, man. I love it. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Hopefully, again, all of y'all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. New Year's right around the corner. So, you know, let's all just have a wonderful, you know, just continue to do great things, man, and be positive, and just roll into 2025, just being great and just continue to do great things and making the necessary adjustments we need to make to just be awesome, man. You know, I'm really looking forward to. It's harder for me to move this thing now, so I'm not going to move it. But I got my workout equipment over there. That I bought my weight bench, and I bought my dumbbells, and I got me a little stand. So I'm really gonna go hard. You know, try and improve me again, and focus on me, because I've been really going. I've been enjoying myself. I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna. I'm gonna regret it on the first, because like I could have not put on so much weight in the past like 2 months, but I've been enjoying myself. So, you know, but when as you know, enjoying yourself also comes some dedication and some change, and that I'm looking forward to that change come the first, and trying to get back on track, and not even trying, getting back on track. It's not a matter of trying, getting myself back on track, getting some of this weight off of me again. It's a challenge. It's always I'm not gonna say it's not fun, because you see you reap the rewards. You know what I mean? So like, as the weight, you know, going through the daily grind is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, not eating the stuff you want to eat is not fun. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not eating stuff that I want either. Like, I'm going to eat what I want, but I'm just not going to eat a lot of the trash, or eat as much, or eat in a smaller time frame, or not eat late at night. And make those adjustments, not drink Coke. There are things I'm not going to do. Like I'm not going to drink Coke anymore. There's probably not going to drink coffee in the morning because I can't drink black coffee. So I always pour in creamer, and creamer's bad. So although coffee's not bad when you're trying to lose weight, I can't drink it black. So I'm not going to, and I know there's alternatives you can put in it, but if it doesn't taste right for me, I'm just not going to drink it. I'm not going to force myself to drink coffee that's different than what I'm used to just because I still want coffee. I'm just going to cut it like I used to do before. I just wasn't drinking coffee anymore, because you add all the creamer in it, and the creamer's trash for you. And then it's got the sugar in it, and you start your day with sugar spikes and then Coke. And so there's certain things I am going to cut out, but there's other things that, I'm going to eat what I want to eat for the most part. I just need to eat less and in a smaller window and not eat the junk. And anyway, I could ramble and ramble and ramble, but I'm going to stick to the plan that I stuck to before, that I was successful at doing, and also incorporate some working out and gaining some mass and some muscle, because working hand in hand, doing both of those things, I've never actually done before. It's been since college days that I did any weight training. So, I with the eating and everything I mentioned before starts in the kitchen. So for me, that goes back to where I was at before. Starts in the kitchen. As long as I can do well and stick to the plan there, the weight starts to just shed by itself. I've done it in the past a few times. So I know it's just a matter of sticking to it, being disciplined. And, it's not that I'm cutting out so much stuff, but I'm certainly cutting down a lot of portion control is more so. I'm not eating my daughter's leftovers anymore. I'm not getting, enough to feed two people a lot of times, because I just want to indulge. And so it's just that kind of stuff. And so, tonight my daughter was like, "Hey, you want the rest of my tacos?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take them." So as of the first, nah, I don't need them. I'm good. I could eat them. I could, but I don't need them. So no. So that's all those little adjustments over time help make the difference. And then if I can weight train on top of that, just kind of build a little bit of muscle. I'm not looking to be Mr. He-Man, but I can certainly help myself by putting on a little bit of lean muscle and get rid of some of the fat and get myself back on track. So anyway, hopefully whatever your goal is for 2025, let me know in the comments. Maybe it's a reselling goal. Maybe it's a weight loss goal. Maybe it's a financial goal. Maybe it's I want to pay something off goal. Maybe it's I want to get something goal. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, maybe it's a tweak and adjustment to your process for something. For example, for me, reselling, I'd like to try to maybe branch into maybe Whatnot or Macari or sell more on Facebook Marketplace. So an enhancement to what you're already doing. Make those adjustments and minor tweaks and other avenues of things that you're already doing. So whatever it is that you're looking to do in 2025, let me know in the comments. I mean, we're probably still we're still like what, a week away. Well, not even. When's the 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 5 days. Yeah, we're 5 days away still from technically New Year's to talk about that kind of stuff. But hey, drop it in the comments. We'll talk about it again on the 1st or the 31st. Whenever we as we get in that time, we'll go over it again and talk about things and touch on them again. But I would say right now, for me, it's my health. And then when it comes to reselling, it's tweaking and enhancing some of this stuff. Like I said, maybe bringing on Whatnot. I've been watching a lot of Whatnot lately, so maybe Whatnotting it again. I tried it a couple times. I didn't quite like it, but maybe that's another way to go. Facebooking it more, Macari possibly cross listing, things like that. So in my personal life, just trying to again, get myself kind of back on track. I got softball coming up in May, or March. My team was already talking about getting back into the spring league, and so the spring league starts March 1st. So you're talking, I gotta get myself back on track. I can't expect to play ball and do some of that stuff weighing what I weigh now, and I'm back to like 330 at this point. So it's like I need to get back down to like 270. So it'll take probably through June to get there, but I can certainly be in a better place by March 1st and drop at least 20-ish pounds, 30 pounds possibly. The initial drop is where I see the most, and then it's harder because it's obviously it gets a lot slower. But initially it starts coming off pretty quick. So but yeah, so that's kind of where I want to be and what I'm thinking of as far as 2025. Want to make some enhancements to my resale business. I want to grow my football helmet business a little bit more. We've been really slow. I may branch out to TikTok on there. So that'd be something else in my professional side that I need to kind of focus and hone in on and try to do a little bit better job in. And so myself, my football helmet business, try to grow that a little bit more, possibly branch out to another platform. And same with my resale business, possibly branch out a little bit more into Whatnot, Facebook, which I mentioned before now, and Macari. And I think those are my three big ones. Yeah. So maybe even, my parents are just getting older, so they're not going to be around forever. So that would be something else that probably in 2025 I need to do a better job of is just spending more time with my parents. If any of you are still blessed enough to have your parents around, I'm sure you a lot of times you take it for granted. Whether they're in good health or poor health. Mine are in poor health. They're in their late 60s. My dad just turned 70 in December. They're not in very good health, so it's just one of those things where they're not going to be around forever, and you tend to sometimes take those things for granted. So, and they live near me. There's no excuse not to spend more time with my parents. So that would probably be another one for 2025 is to just spend more time with my parents. So anyway, that's all I got. So let's go ahead and move on. I could ramble and say the same thing 15 times. Y'all know how I do stuff if you've been with me before, but that's kind of where I'm at. So let me know in the comments where you're at, whether again, personal, professional, whatever it is that you're looking to do and tweak in 2025, let me know. I don't know why I brought that up now, 5 days outside, but I mean, we're close enough still. So it's not like we're too far out, but, all right, that's all the comments. Let's move on to sales. Don't have a ton of sales. Well, we don't have a ton of sales, but we have 15 sales for 12/30/18. So first thing that sold was, man, let me just say this also. I hate Christmas time because normally, and this happens, I get stuff purchased from, like, for example, I had something purchased November 1st. And they come back at me and say, we just opened it for Christmas, and a certain controller, one of the two controllers didn't work on the Xbox they bought back on November 1st. Like, you shit me. So I just offered them a $10 refund because it was a cheap ass wired controller, third party wired controller. Now it does work, but apparently I did research on it because it looked like, after they sent me pictures, I asked them which controller, and they sent me the picture, and I was like, that looks like a Switch controller. Did I send you a Switch controller, or did I bundle a Switch controller with that Xbox? So I looked it up. It's not a Switch controller. It's a universal controller. It works on PS3, PC, and Switch, but it does not work on Xbox. And it's like weird because Xbox is Windows. Well, it's not Windows based, but it's Microsoft. So you would think it would work on Xbox too, but it's not. So that's why it wasn't working on the Xbox. And I told them, well, when I tested it on my computer, because I'd use the computer thing a lot of times. I've used it before to test the controllers out. There's a website you can go to you just plug it in and you can test stuff. And that's why it showed up that it was working. And I was like, well, that's obviously why, because I didn't actually test it on the system. So I was like, well, it works. So you can use that for a Switch or a PC or a PS3 if you happen to have one. Keep it. How about a $10 refund? They said, sure, I appreciate it. So that knocked down that one. There was that fire was taken care of. Then somebody else messaged me and said, oh, 3 games on a Wii, which I tested all these games, so I'm not sure what the hell happened here, but they're saying they got a Wii U that they purchased again weeks ago, and they just opened it up for Christmas and said all 3 games don't work. And I'm like, what are the fucking odds? Are you kidding me? But the games we bought from another the additional games we purchased somewhere else do work in it, so the system works, but your 3 games don't work. And I'm like, the fuck? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I know I tested all 3 of these games in the system, because one did have some scratches. The Smash Bros, I remember having some scratches on it. So I was like, let me make sure these all fire up and work. They all fired up and worked. So I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll do a $20 refund. If you want to go that route, because Smash Bros, it was all disc only. It was Smash Bros, Mario U, Mario Luigi U, Land. Anyway, Mario Luigi Land U, Wii U, whatever, and then like Nintendo Land or Splatoon. It was Splatoon. That's what it was. Splatoon. They're like $10 loose disc only games. So I was like, they said two. Let me backtrack. They said 2 out of the 3 didn't work. They didn't specify which 2 out of the 3. So I was like, well, how about a $20 refund? They're like $10 loose disc only games. So I was just like, how about a $20 refund? I've yet to hear back from them. I think that's it. I think that's all the fires I had so far was just the 2. Oh man, that damn Nintendo DS that I sent out that had the hinge that I fixed. I think if you guys were watching, if you remember that one, but I fixed the hinge on the Nintendo DS and then I sold it. And apparently when I put it back together, and I didn't catch this, I didn't the A button wasn't seated properly, so it was stuck in. It was just stuck in the in position because it wasn't seated properly. So when I took it apart, I did a bad job because I initially tested it and it all worked and it was fine. But then I decided to fix the hinge because the hinge was broke. So remember, if you guys remember or not, I went ahead and fixed the hinge, and then I put it back up, and I put it up for like $59.99. I had it up for like $29.99, and nobody touched it. It worked fine, but the hinge was messed up on it. So I did the hinge fix, and I put it up for $59.99. Somebody bought it, but I guess I totally overlooked the buttons on it when I put it back together. Like, that's not like me. So I was just like, man, are you shitting me? So I had to eat a return for item not working, or item they didn't do it as not described. They did it as damaged is what they did it, or something like that. Damaged or not working or whatever. So I was like, son of a bitch. So anyway, so that one I'm gonna have to eat, and I have to own that one because I fucked up on that one. I didn't confirm that the buttons were right when I put it back together. So sitting on my steps, I just got it back today. I need to issue the refund on it. I messaged them and asked them if they would close the case though, because y'all remember that whole thing. I'm trying, and it's worked twice so far. So I've asked this person only has 6 feedback, so they're not very responsive on eBay. So I don't think they're going to do it. But I've asked them if they would consider just closing the case because it's going to negatively impact my account. That if you can close the case, then I can issue the refund. Because, and it was certainly an oversight. My apologies. I forget how the verbiage on it, but I owned it, apologized, told them I would issue the refund, but if you could please close the case so it does not impact my account negatively, and then I'll get to issue the refund, no problem. Again, I've yet to hear back from them, so I'm probably going to have to just issue the refund and take it, the return as it is, and it's going to count against me. But luckily, this is like the only one in the past like 2 months at this point. So let's knock on wood that's been like that. So hopefully the category, remember that whole category thing that I talked about before, that doesn't, it won't be so high to where eBay's taking the extra 5% in video games and consoles. Hopefully that still will be low enough when they redo the evaluation here, hopefully soon, after the first. I will hear back and get some sort of communication that I'm within line of my peers, so they can do away with that 5%. Hopefully by the 1st of January, certainly by the 1st of February, if not, hopefully that happens. So, because I'm tired of giving eBay an extra 5%. But that one is one that I'm gonna have to eat most likely, unless they decide to be gracious enough to just close the case, and then I can issue the refund, and then it won't count against me, because that's the only way that it's not going to count against me is if they close the case. So, and I told them that in the communication. I was like, it's my fault. I own it. Again, I don't remember how the verbiage is on it, but I took full ownership and just also try to help articulated how it can impact my account, and that if they would please graciously close it, and that I assure them that I would give them their money back. But because, I don't want it to negatively impact my account. So anyway, we'll see how that one goes. I'll keep you guys updated. But that's hopefully, it comes in 3s, right? Those are the 3. There's nothing else going on. I'm knocking on wood. So hopefully I don't hear nothing from nobody else. Yeah, so there's that. All right, let's pull some orders and stop rambling. So we got a Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy GameCube, whatever the heck you want to call them, the converter, Game Boy player. So there's the Game Boy player converter for Game Boy. That sold for $34 plus shipping. This could probably go over here. How about that? I've got so many boxes, guys. I love it because, like, I got a ton of boxes. My in-laws, my parents, man, I got boxes out the yin yang right now. So I'm busting out the seams when it comes to boxes. My mother-in-law's like, you need to come get all these boxes this week. And I'm like, I got to go through all my boxes first. I was like, they're going to have to sit over here for a little while, maybe like a month before I come get them. And she's not happy because she's like a neat freak. So she's not happy that all these boxes are laying around her garage. And I'm like, I'll get them, I promise. It just has to give me some time to get through mine, and then I can come get yours. So I'm good for boxes for probably the next 3 months, easy. Because then I got my parents' boxes to go through. All right, next one up is one of those perfumes from Avon. I can't get to it without the garage door being open. Let me jump on this side. I think I can get to it on this side. Avon perfume. I'm certainly in the green with this Avon perfume now. Quite a bit in the green at this point, and I got so much left. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But this sold for $30 plus shipping. So $30 plus shipping on the Today, Tomorrow, and Always. Today, Tomorrow, and Always. Avon for perfume. There's that. Warzone and the PSP game. Warzone, PSP, and there it is, Warzone. All right. So Warzone sold for $15 plus shipping. So PS original PlayStation, WWF Raw, Warzone. Sold for $15 plus shipping. And then Grand Theft Auto Liberty City on PSP sold for $22 plus shipping. Let's see. I've had this thing for a while. Left 4 Dead. Manual only. Make sure I can find it. There it is. So, Left 4 Dead manual only on Xbox, sold for a whopping $9 free shipping. $9 free shipping on that. Let's see. Switch. Animal Crossing Switch. Where's that at? Is it in here? I don't think that one's it. This one, yep. All right, so Switch Animal Crossing version sold for $230 plus shipping. This is one of the big sales, $230 plus shipping. So I'm not going to pull the whole thing out, but it's got the dock, it's got the case, it's got the triggers, the white triggers there for the Joy-Cons. It's got the Joy-Con grip, everything in it. Plus, it's got a memory card as well. I always put the memory cards. This one already had a memory card already installed, so I'm not going to pull it out. But that sold for $230 plus shipping. Jacket sold. I picked up this jacket probably like 2 months ago or so, give or take. Picked this up about 2 months ago for $10 at a yard sale. One of the few yard sales I've been to in a while. It's made by Cripple Creek. So it just caught my eye. The embroidery on it. It's a women's leather jacket. Cripple Creek sold for $50 plus shipping on that one. $50. I picked it up for $10. So not a terrible turnaround. Let's see. Dreamcast. I think this is it right here. Dreamcast with all the games. Yep. So Dreamcast with all the games. $200. $200 plus shipping. It's got a bunch of games in there, loose games, controller, memory card, the whole nine, all the hookups. $200 plus shipping. Dreamcast with games always goes well for me. It did sit for a little bit, but not terribly long. Next thing up is more Switch games. I'm almost pretty much out of Switch games. Jumanji, Unleashed, and Ryan. I've got 3 left. Or was it Kart Racing? Oh, and Kart Racing sold too. I only have 2 left. 2 good games, Zelda and Mario Golf. I'm surprised they're just still sitting there. I might have them priced a couple bucks too high, but one guy bought these 3, which is the Ryan game, Hot Wheels, and Kart Racing for, I think it was 8, 10, and 18. 8, 8, 10, and 18. Yep, 8, 10, and 18 on that. So, and they're all going to the same person, free shipping. So what is that? 28, $36 free shipping on those three. And then Jumanji sold for $12 free shipping on Jumanji. So can't go wrong there. Another, what was that game? Legacy of Kain on PlayStation, disc only. Legacy of Kain. Let's see. Legacy of Kain. There it is. All right, so Legacy. I'm down to like no loose games. Shit. I need to get back on get back on it. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, right? Yep. PS1 disc only, sold for $12 plus shipping on that one. And then another item of clothing, a vest, another women's Carhartt vest. This is my last one. I don't have any left. I had 3 of these, two or three of these. This is the last one I have. Sold for $48 plus shipping. Women's Carhartt vest. Again, $48 plus shipping. I think I picked this up for $5, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 10, maybe. But I'm pretty sure 6, between 5 and 10. I know I spent no more than $10 on that. I'm pretty sure it was $5. And the last thing that sold for $3.75, which unfortunately it's going to California, which really sucks. But the last thing that sold for $3.75 was the Bose. If y'all remember, I did that Bose deal for the Bose Sound Touch. I sold the small one, the 20, but I still have the 30. I got both of these. If I remember correctly, I got both of these for $250. I sold the 20 for, I think, right at $250, and then this one sold for $3.75. So obviously after shipping and stuff like that, I'll probably, right now I'm at like $3.40 after fees. So after shipping, I'll probably be close to like $3.10, and that's all profit because the first, well, not quite all profit because the first one was $250, and that was before fees and everything. So still put in $250 to make like $275, $280. Yeah, it's not bad. Over doubled your money, or doubled my money on that. It was a 30-minute drive there and back to where I went to pick it up. So, $15 in gas, maybe $10-15 in gas. So yeah, I'm probably in it. Like I'll probably profit about $370, $270ish, $260, $270. So I'm in at $250. It's not bad to double your money after fees, after travel, after the expenses. So that's it. Man, I drank some wine. I got some heartburn going on. I need to go take a Tums. But anyway, that's all I got. 15 sales, 12:30:08. So that's it, guys. Those are the sales. 38 minutes. I'm gonna get the stuff packed up because I got to get labels. A lot of the stuff was supposed to actually go out today, but I'm cheating eBay. Obviously, as long as I get those labels on them tonight and they go out tomorrow, even though I have next day shipping set up, they won't ding me. So like half of this stuff technically has to have labels on it tonight. The other half I'm not going to probably pack till tomorrow. But at least the first half I gotta what do I gotta get back by? The jacket, the Switch, Left 4 Dead, the GameCube, the cologne, the perfume, and the PSP game all gotta get packed tonight and get labels on them tonight. So the rest of the stuff I can get to tomorrow, which I probably will. I'm not gonna. It's already late. I'm just gonna get to what I have to get to, so I don't get dinged by eBay. And I'll get the rest of it out tomorrow and packed and shipped and labels on it tomorrow before I jump on for you guys again tomorrow, because I'm gonna post this tonight, and then tomorrow, assuming I got sales, because as of right now I got no sales. I got nothing. So as long as I get some sales between today and tomorrow, I'll be back on tomorrow. But there's a small chance I might not be back on until Monday at this point, because tomorrow's Friday. So there may be a small chance I don't get back on until Monday, because we're already pumping 11, almost 11:30, which means anything that sells after like 3 in the morning, which I don't get a ton of overnight sales anymore, won't ship out until Monday. So it might not see me again until Monday, which if that's the case, we'll see you on Monday. But otherwise, there's a small chance you'll see me again tomorrow. But nonetheless, I'm going to pack this stuff up. The rest of the other half of this stuff, I'm going to pack tomorrow and get up out of here with the mail lady tomorrow. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Again, let me know what your 2025 goals are for yourself or your business, and I'd love to hear about them. And any questions, drop them questions. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed any part of it at all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're at like 721. You know, we're slowly getting to 750, and then we'll get where we need to get whenever we get there, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So hopefully the little enhancements like the ring light. And although, look, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the whole thumbnail, because I didn't see no difference in the last 2 videos. I put thumbnails and all the jargon in the description with all the hashtags. I didn't see no difference in traction in either one of those videos than I do normally on any other video. So I'm not saying it doesn't help, and I'm not saying I shouldn't be doing it, but you want to see some progress when you take extra time to do stuff, right? And when you don't, it's like, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it then. And that's kind of how I feel right now about the thumb. Let me know what y'all's thoughts. Should I continue doing the thumbnails? Should I continue putting the descriptions that I put in? The two videos I have thumbnails on, I have descriptions in them and I have hashtags in them. Should I keep doing that? And should I keep doing thumbnails? Or should I just jump on like I've been doing and keep it moving? The analytics, at least from my standpoint, don't tell me that it made any bit of difference. My numbers don't show any bit of difference doing it. Again, I'm not saying I shouldn't do it, but what is y'all thoughts on that too? Give me your input there. I'd love to hear it, especially for y'all old heads that have been around a while, hanging out with me. Should I take the extra, because it takes it's an extra 10 or 15 minutes to do a thumbnail sometimes, because I'm not very creative. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, what to type, how, what template to use, and then, what should I put in my words, where I should put it, how I should make it look, what part of the video should I pull out to show myself, so it's just, the extra time is like, what am I doing this for? If I'm not going to get more views. Now, if it had gotten more views on both of those, then I'd be like, heck, I'm doing it all the time. But I don't know. And the hashtags and the description. And anyway, so give me y'all's input on that as well. That's all for me tonight. Appreciate all y'all hanging out with me. And we will see y'all maybe tomorrow, but probably on Monday. So have a good rest of your night, everybody.